Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the opening match of the World Cup 2023. A massive opener for this one. France versus the All Blacks. The France missing some key players through Romain Ntamack, Jonathan Darnty and Cyril Bay missing out in this starting 15, all through injury for this game. The New Zealand team looking pretty stacked, and both teams will be looking to get this World Cup off to a fantastic start. This game already dubbed as the game for the pool, with both sides being named as favourites to win the pool if they win this game, and maybe even go on to win the tournament, as France get off to a great start. Mofana having to come in now in centre through the injured Jonathan Darnty, getting the return straight from the kickoff as Francois Course gets driven back in that tackle. Antoine Dupont thinks he sees some room on the outside. Jalibert has to go in and play goalkeeper there as the ball drops, but they will go back for the original knock-on from Jalibert. We are first scrum of the game. Welcome to everyone today. A nice sunny day over here in France. France playing as the home team. Got the crowd behind them. Flags waving in the background. The audience is a sea of blue, but we know how hard the New Zealand team will want to contest at this scrummaging. Let's see how they get on as Aaron Smith drops in the ball. Let's see who will come out on top through this one as New Zealand begin to drive backwards. Looks like they're still going strong. They don't manage to get the advantage. They just go for the play. Good tackle, though, by Dupont to get over for that one. And now Jean-Baptiste Course fills in. Dupont once again taking the ball. Is anyone with them? Yes, they managed to get there. Antonio has to fill in scrum half as Villiers on the wide ball. No one expected him to go that far wide. Great hands by the prop to chuck it that far outside as New Zealand get the turnover, and now nearly slipping through the tackles, but France managed to recover. Aldrit has to pick up the ball himself, and another turnover. The breakdown, a fierce battle in this one so far. That's a bit of a loose ball though, and suddenly France are away. Francois Cross, can he get it out to Villiers? Going to try and outrun. What a takedown by the prop to get back to chase down Villiers. Not an easy man to stop, and a prop is probably one of the last people you'd want to be defending that one, but superb work by the New Zealand prop there as France get yet another turnover. That breakdown, a fiery target area for this game as Antonio gets driven back in the tackle by Beauden Barrett, and now Antoine Dupont thinks he sees some room. Oh, again though, the poor handling for France, letting them down, and New Zealand get away with this one. A nice clean exit by Aaron Smith. Oh, but the ball not managing to get into touch, and now Villiers chasing down his own kick. It is caught by Geordie Barrett in the fullback shirt today, but didn't call the mark. New Zealand will try and clear again as Ramos tries to run it back the other way. Thinks he sees room in that backfield. He's got behind Mwanga in that backfield then. No, it's a good clearance kick to get it a little bit further away. Ramos once again, this time charging on a bit more of a diagonal. Thinks he sees room on this outside. Once again for Villiers. He's had to go once on this wing. I think he might get beaten back though by the centre here. Oh, it's very close though. Did it bounce into touch, or did the New Zealand have to drop it down? It will go for a drop out from the try line. Let's see if Jalibert can charge it up. Oh, the miss pass read beautifully once again by the New Zealand defence, holding up today. What a fearsome battle this one is turning into. And Aaron Smith once again clearing the ball, not going for that touch line yet again. They're wanting to keep this in. They're obviously backing their own fitness for this game as Villiers tries to get a little step around Will Jordan on that wing. I don't think it's going to be an easy task to do that, as Antonio once again filling in the scrum half. They've obviously had some words for Antonio to be doing a lot of work at the breakdowns here to fill in at scrum half very often. Julian Marchand, maybe not the man they wanted there to gain a bit of speed in that middle section. Oh, as Francois Cross potentially misreading the ball there. Jalibert's very angry. He thought that ball was going to him. Francois Cross got caught in two minds, had to take it off him, and now New Zealand have yet another turnover as they go through. Will Jordan made a great tackle earlier on, and suddenly trying a bit of a breakaway, still manages to get the pass on the inside. Oh, but France do very well to tidy this one up. Villiers drops back in the pocket just to try and clear their lines a little bit, put a bit more pressure back onto New Zealand. Geordie Barrett, unlike him, to be slightly out of position, and the ball finds a bit of grass though. Great kick by him. Ramos then on the return. Oh, it's charged down though by Will Jordan. The referees said he actually think he caught it and knocked the ball on as opposed to a charge down. I think very harsh by the referee there. Certainly would have allowed that to have just been a pretty good charge down by Will Jordan, and France will have their first scrum of the game. Doesn't look like France are set up for this scrum as perfectly as they would want to be then. Let's see how France managed to deal with this. They get it in. Where will they go? Dupont picks it up himself and wants to spread it further out wide. Mofana slightly overrunning the line. It's one of the scrappiest set play attacks you probably ever begin to see. Not the best striker we've seen from them before, but Cameron Woki has found himself in a bit of room and causing a nightmare for the New Zealand backs to try and defend against. They'll go for a one-off runner through Jean-Baptiste Gros now as France are trying to pick apart this New Zealand defence, and Antoine Dupont, the captain, once again showing he's going to lead this team from the front as Thibaut Flamand. Oh, went for the big charge, but a great tackle once again by New Zealand on their own try line. They are defending incredibly hard in this game. The ball not finding touch. That might have been the one that Aaron Smith would have wanted to find touch just as the clock drops into that red zone. Let's see what France can do. They will have the last say of this half. The New Zealand defence has been absolutely superb. And once again, Antoine Dupont making an absolute nuisance of himself in that defensive strategy for New Zealand. And again, he's away. He just keeps doing it all day long. Oh, Damien Penaud calling for it on that wing. They just couldn't get the ball out to him. Maybe a little bit too late to get that ball out to him on the wing. Dupont doing so much work. Would have liked that ball to have got a little bit wider for me there. Oh, Cameron Woki manages to do well to pick that one up off his toes. Where can Dupont go once again? Thinks he sees yet another hole. A little bit isolated though. New Zealand survive. Can Aaron Smith have a better box kick? Oh, he doesn't. Decides that they want to play on. They haven't really had a lot of territory in the French half today, and they wanted to play on. It's a big call. As Ficou gets it to Jalibert, to Jean-Baptiste Gros. Offloads it to Aldrit, to Villiers to score in the corner. How important is that decision for New Zealand to decide to play on there rather than kick out? Not an easy kick, to be fair. They were slap bang in the middle of the field. Not an easy one to kick into the touchline, but you have to say, I think from being on their own 5-metre line, they definitely needed to kick that one into touch. And now Jalibert can see if he can turn this from a 5-point score into a 7. Let's see how he gets on. Oh, a lovely strike by him. Puts it right through the post. Ramos not getting a look in for kicking today. Jalibert feels confident in his own ability. Great to see. And France go in at half-time, 7-0. Well, what a brilliant opening half to our World Cup opener. France versus New Zealand was always set to be a big one. What a physical encounter it's been so far. Both teams competing at the breakdown. Numerous turnovers in that first half. Both teams doing very well to release the ball. No one giving away any sort of jackal penalties or holding on to the ball. France, though, you have to say, have looked more on the offensive. They've definitely been making more room in that New Zealand defence, most of which coming from the captain of Antoine Dupont. Absolutely fantastic from him, picking up the ball numerous times in this game and just finding those lovely lines, finding the holes in the New Zealand defence, causing all sorts of problems. New Zealand have been defending extremely well, though, especially when it gets round to their own 5-metre line. A number of superb attacks. Villiers down on that left wing, getting shut down by the New Zealand prop, and then a number of solid turnovers on New Zealand's own 5-metre line, just not letting France get on that scoreboard. The last turnover of the half, though, might be one of the most controversial. New Zealand doing well underneath the post, but you think the ball needed to be cleared off the park. But maybe Aaron Smith didn't think he was going to be able to find the range, decided to go for one more phase play, and it didn't work out for them. France turning over the ball and shifting it out wide. The New Zealand defence very quick off the line again, but the handling of France very good to get it out to the wing for Villiers to score the opening try of this World Cup, and Jalibert able to slot through that conversion, taking France to 7-0 at half-time. On to the second half then, and Beauden Barrett will get us kicked off and underway as Ramos now needs to run it back up the field. Thought he saw a bit of room in that backfield, but is covered very well by Rico Ioane playing out on the wing today as France compete hard for that one. The breakdown's been a real competitive area in this one. France managed to wrap around to stop that one as Dalton Papali'i tries to take it through. Francois Cross picks up the loose ball though, and suddenly France once again feel like they maybe have some room to work with. Villiers gets the step on Will Jordan. Where will he go from this? Goes to the up and under around Geordie Barrett in that backfield, but is taken down once again. The defensive work from the New Zealand props today has been absolutely fantastic, and a superb clearance kick. There has clearly been a conversation had at half-time for Aaron Smith to start getting those out on the full rather than keeping the ball in play, and a lovely clearance kick puts France all the way back in their own half of their line out then as Mofana. Oh, a lovely sidestep back inside. No one with him to support him though. Let's see if France can go quickly here as they do through Jalibert to Gaël Ficou. Tries to go for a bit of an up and under. Can he recover the ball? He does. They've still got a man out on this wing. It's Damien Penaud. There's not a lot of other men you'd want on this wing with a bit of room to work with. Can he step back inside? No. Doesn't manage it. Ardi Sarver with a beautiful tackle, shutting him down and a little bit isolated there. Not a great pass though. Somehow the referee's given an advantage there. I think there might have been a hand in the ruck actually knocking that ball on purely by accident, so advantage is now over. Jalibert has to try and take it himself. Not the best set play they would have liked from that position, and Jalibert's had to commit now to the ruck. France will just go for their forward little off runners as Thibaut Flamand tries to take it on a little bit more. Yet again, the handling errors from France, one of the areas of concern for them in this game will be that handling percentage, not done great today, as Will Jordan gets tackled on the wing by Cameron Wokey. Still a very fast man for a winger, as they are trying to go through Ethan de Groot to smash through that midfield. Now France look very bunched. They're trying to wrap round as Brody Retallick takes it on a few more meters. Now Jalibert breaks away with it, tries to go himself, seeing if he can cause a bit of nuisance before the New Zealand line resets once again. Antoine Dupont dropping the ball. There's so many issues for France in their handling today. They'll go back for that advantage, as France did manage to get an interception there. What happened here? Just a superb tackle in the back there. Antoine Dupont not expecting it, and New Zealand will have the scrum. Aaron Smith to put in this ball then. They're on the 60-minute mark. Only 20 minutes left of this game. What can either team do from here? Can New Zealand get themselves on the scoreboard by the end of this game? Can France maybe turn over this scrum and take them to double their lead up to 14 points, as the French scrum seems to have increased so much better from that first half, and the ball drops back now, and Antoine Dupont thinks he sees room down the wing. Nobody there. He gets the little grubber kick on, but it hasn't worked out for them. Geordie Barrett manages to recover. They put it back over their try line. They didn't dot it down, and now they're under big pressure. They're held up in a maul on their own try line. This is very, very dangerous stuff. Neither team wants to collapse it, as a superb piece of work there by Tyrell Lomax to try and make some room down that wing, just to give them a bit of breathing space, as France once again now have the ball right on New Zealand's try line, where they have defended so well all day. Antoine Dupont, just got tackled. He tried to go for a little crossfield kick out to Villiers on that wing, but he did not manage to get there. The ball bouncing very nicely for them now, as Ramos going to have to try and do something miraculous, stuck against the touch line, and Damien Penaud, good in the air as always, doesn't manage to keep the ball to himself though. Again, avoiding those penalties, not giving New Zealand the easy exit, as Thibaut Flamand maybe up to a bit of nuisance down this side. Well covered by Geordie Barrett, and France say that is enough. Time to get on some substitutions, as Aldegheri will be coming on for France alongside the giant that has Taufai Fanua in this lock department. He might get a bit of operation now straight away in this line out. A solid line out from them, and Maxime Loukou has also come on in the scrum half in replace of Antoine Dupont, who has been leading from the front today, as Jalibert tries to get that ball out wide. Ficou gets tackled by Will Jordan. Superb work to cut back inside, as Villiers once again thinks he can get around everybody, and does. Nearly held up by Geordie Barrett in that fullback position, and it's 2 tries for Villiers. New Zealand just getting a bit bunched up. France have put on the substitutions just to add that bit of fitness back in. What a great line there by Will Jordan to shut down Gaël Ficou. You thought for all matters he was going to score that one there. Villiers, the running back inside, was held up by Geordie Barrett, but just a little bit too close to the try line, as Mwanga now coming on for Barrett. They really need something big to shift up from this restart. Let's see how Jalibert gets on in this kick. Much tougher wind on this side of the field. Manages to slot it through. New Zealand are under enormous pressure. They require 2 scores. They basically need to get this ball straight away from the restart, as Maxime Loukou tries to kick it away. It doesn't manage it. The referee has said that's not a knock-on. Very, very generous by the referee. Now New Zealand are trying to pin France back. It's such a poor pass going out wide. You really felt like New Zealand had the opportunity there to get on the scoreboard, as France play it wildly. They go out the back, and Mofana manages to collect. Where will France go? Jalibert gets taken down in the midfield. New Zealand turn it over. They have one more shot, as Sam Whitelock tries to take it up further. The French defence, probably the first time they've had to defend their own 22 today, as the ball gets offloaded once again to Quintapaya. He's just put his foot in touch. that will be the game. New Zealand having one chance at the end to get on this scoreboard, but just not getting there for them. France will take this one extremely comfortably at 14-0, and you have to say, looked like the better team on the day. What a superb game to open up this World Cup. I hope you've all enjoyed this one today, guys. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.